When we have a plant and the plant is not thriving, maybe I take a sunflower and I put it in a cellar. I don't really water it. I lock the door. There's no window down there. And I come down and it's flopped over. Do I go down to the plant and go, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're useless. Why aren't you thriving? What's wrong with you? Would you think there's something inherently wrong with that sunflower? Or would you come and tell me, are you an idiot? Clearly it's not getting what it needs. You need to give it some sun. Where's the nutrition? What's the state of the soil? Have you watered it? Or have you left it in isolation, in the dark, and expected it to perform? See, this is a common theme with everyone I spoke to with a chronic illness. They expect so much from themselves when the circumstances that they grew up in were exactly like that sunflower. And part of recovery and part of getting that nervous system calmed down is realizing that this huge amount of pressure you're putting on yourself to perform is only an extension of how you've been treated. You have to understand that your life that you're living through your eyes right now while you're watching this video is not just yours to blame. It's not on you. Have you chose to be ill? Have you chose to isolate yourself? Have you chose any of it? Really, deep down, have you made a conscious decision, this is how I want to live? And when I've spoke to people, they can't see how they are with themselves. You have to understand, as a child, if you imagine a child that's heavily neglected, let's say, a child doesn't think of time in the way that we do. It thinks that the moment they're experiencing right now is forever. What they're experiencing is time is expanded. You remember being a child, if you had the summer holidays, it felt like you were off for years. And then when you were in school, it was like every day was just so long. When you had Christmas, the idea of another Christmas felt like 1,000 years away. And if you're in that situation where you're neglected day in, day out, and that's all you've ever known, how are you going to treat yourself well? How are you going to see your own needs inside yourself? And the process of recovery is starting to feel and process and see yourself as a person that deserved love and respect. A person that deserves space to heal. And it's very easy for us to put this amount of pressure on ourselves because we just pop out our phones, see someone living a perfect life, and we go, wow, I'm a failure. Look at how this person's living. Look at how this friend of mine, they're at university and, oh, they've got family and kids now, blah, blah, blah. You know, you make all these assumptions through what you see and what you hear, and then you put that on yourself. And we need to break this all apart for the sake of your nervous system, for the sake of your well-being and your peace. And I see it all the time. The amount of self-doubt and self-blame people put on themselves, but it's not a conscious thing, it's something that's an extension of how they've been treated. So this is partly why I want to do these weekly live streams for members, is to help people smash apart this programming that they've been given, not chosen, being given, and give them a chance to actually be who they're supposed to be. So I want you to just think about that analogy of the sunflower. Think about what it is you've been through, what it is that you had growing up. Did you have support? Did you have loving connection? Did you have unconditional love? Did you have any of these things? Please just really think about it. And then think about that sunflower and think about yourself and think about how you treat yourself. It's very important towards you and your recovery. Building that relationship with yourself, having the compassion, reparenting yourself. It's very important. You deserve love. And you may not feel like it. You may not feel like you deserve that. Why would you? If you've had a lifetime of anything but love, why would you feel that? It's not going to come naturally. It didn't for me. It took a long time. But I committed to myself. It's actually, despite the psychological abuse I had, despite the neglect I had, despite any of this isn't my fucking life. This isn't my choice. I didn't choose any of this. I was at the whim of other people. And actually, that's their problem. That's their issue. That's their life, not mine. Despite the circumstances I came from, as a child, I actually deserved nothing but unconditional love. And this is the common theme with autoimmune disease. This is a common theme with chronic diseases like fibromyalgia, that you've been neglected and abused, psychologically abused, and had no outlet, no one to talk to, no one to really connect with you and feel genuine empathy for you. And you've been shut down so much, or you never opened your mouth because it was never important, and it all caves in and internalizes. And you feel unbelievably heavy. You look at the news. You look at the state of the world. You go on social media. You see perfect lives. You see the opposite of perfect lives, of just evil. You look in your own surroundings and you've never had unconditional love. You've never had support or guidance. Maybe you've had friends that are just shit on you as well. There's something to be said for that experience, and I know many people have had that. And this is a big part of recovering from an illness. Thanks for watching, guys.